Welcome on in, my Ashwings, to another installment of the Silver Age A to Z series. Today we are taking a look at the one and only Necromancer currently available in the Flesh and Blood space, being Gravy Bones. Gravy Bones is a pirate necromancer, and the whole concept here is to kind of get your pirate allies into the graveyard and then be able to summon them from the graveyard after you play a blue card. So that's the whole gist of things. It's a very easy deck to play. Well, maybe not an easy deck to play. At least in Sage, it feels a lot easier. But the concept also is that you want to get gold to be able to draw a card and then discard a card from your hand. It's kind of your main out into getting your allies into your graveyard to allow for you to summon them. Right? You can obviously play them directly from your hand, but it is better to summon them because they'll get go again, and then you can attack with them, which is what you want to try and do. So the compass here, Compass of Sunken Depths, is the only thing you're ever going to run in Gravy. It pretty much just says that the first card with Watery Grave you play this turn from your graveyard gets go again. And so you want to be able to play an ally from grave, and then you can still do some stuff later on too. It's a pretty good weapon. It does not actually, of course, attack or anything of the sort. All it does is allow you to look at the top card of your deck too, so kind of lets you know what's on top whenever you're looking at something like a Saltwater Swell or anything of the sort. Kind of lets you know what you're getting into. We're then playing Blossom of Spring. Having that additional one resource is really good, especially if you only have like two reds in hand, and you need to pitch those to play or one red in hand, I guess I should say. You could pitch it to play Rigor Mortis, and then you can activate Blossom of Spring to attack with Rigor Mortis kind of deal. We have the Headstone. Again, this is kind of a way for us to just destroy the top card of our deck. We want it to be an ally for sure, but if it's not the end of the world. Sometimes we just need to get a blue engrave, and we might not have one in our hand. The odds are pretty low, but sometimes we might not. And so because of that, being able to block one and then at any point just destroy the top card of our deck, that'll kind of help us along with our game plan there. We do also have Peg Leg as our leg piece. We run a lot of blues in the deck, so if your opponent keeps your allies alive, you could easily just go ahead and attack with an ally, pay this 3 resources, attack with an ally, and then go ahead and summon an ally from your grave if you played a blue. And then finally, our arms are Washed Up Wave. It's just a block 2, and again, it allows you to discard a card from your hand or destroy a card from the top of your deck, and then it gets +2 in its defense value. So you do want to make sure that you either have an ally on the top of your deck or an ally in your hand in order for you to get the full value out of this, because that's what you're going to want to discard. In most situations, you are going to have that, but I would say try blocking with this earlier on in the game, just because you want to guarantee that you're not going to run out of allies to get the block value on this. But taking a look at the deck here, we are running a wonderful copy of Battalion Bark. The Red Battalion Bark, very good finisher, right? If you're able to give one of your allies go again and then finish with this, it's going to come in for 9, because you're probably going to have 2 blues in your pitch zone already. So very good card to have in that scenario. And it's a great way to just kind of push more damage into your opponent. We are running all copies of Golden Tipple. It's just one of the best cards in the deck. You pitch a blue, you discard a ally, draw a card, get a gold. You can then utilize Gravy's ability however you wish to discard and draw, or draw discard. You can pay the 2 remaining floating resources into the gold to draw a new card. There's a lot of different ways to play with Tipple, but it is a very, very good card, and that's why we're running 6 of them. We are running Paddle Faster. This is in case we want to, maybe we have the opportunity in which we don't want to attack with all of our allies, or maybe we don't have the ability to attack with all of our allies. We can always go ahead and just play Paddle Faster, tap an ally that we're not going to want to attack with on that turn, and then attack with the other ally to kind of threaten more damage. We also have red and blue Saltwater Swell. This is a great way to just go about getting more resources. Usually there's a blue on top. If there's not, it's whatever, but usually there's a blue on top. And with that being the case, you usually get some good resources, especially towards the end of the game. It allows you to keep a lot of these resources in order for you to do things like Battalion Bark, or in order to send like a Swiftwater Sloop or something of the sort there. So keep that in mind. Pretty powerful stuff there. We are running the 2 copies of Red Swiftwater Sloop. This is just a popper effectively, but also if you happen to have 2 or more blue cards in your pitch zone, this gets go again. Again, that is very easy to do with this deck. You just want to make sure that there are 2 in there before you attack with this. So if you already have a blue in there, you can then pitch another blue to send this. But if you have 2 floating resources and you send this, well, you're not really going to have the ability to make that much change there. We are running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 allies in the deck, 2 in the sideboard here. We are running 2 copies of Barnacle. It's just a 0 for 4 attack. It costs 2 to get out, but it's a 0 for 4 attack, so it's on rate for what we want it to be. Cutty Shark is a great way for you to pump up some damage on some of your attacks. Being able to send the 7s in for 8s or the 6s in for 7s. 6, 7. Cutty Shark is going to be able to allow you to do that, especially with your floating resources. They also just can come in for 4 also, which is good. And they have 4 life. 4 life is kind of the more important part about this one, because the 4 life means that your opponent has to send something like some attack with an on hit in order for Cutty Shark to die, right? So usually most people are fine like sending a head jab into something or sending a smaller attack into one of these allies to kill it, but Cutty does have 4 life, so it is a little bit more difficult. We have Oyston. Oyston is a great way just to send 3 damage with the head jab, and then of course if it dies you get a gold token, so there's that. I suggest usually only just running 1 of them because like they are really easy to kill, and frankly they don't provide a whole lot of damage, but if you're looking for gold generation, it's probably not a bad thing to have this one at 2 instead. The best allies in the deck, though, by far, are Rigor Mortis and Swabby. Rigor Mortis costs significantly less to come out. It costs 1 for the cost of the card, and then you have to pay 1 to attack with it. It does only have 1 life, but it comes in for 6 damage. So if you can threaten this multiple different times across the course of a game, it's actually really, really good. And then Swabby costs a little bit more. You have to pay 3 resources to get them out, and then 2 to swing. But again, that's where things like Saltwater Swell make that really easy, or even if you just have like a bunch of blues to like pitch to gold, that'll be pretty effective in that scenario. We then, of course, have 2 copies of Avasti. This is a way for you to get go again on your allies, which is what you're going to want to do. And then also, of course, make a gold on hit. We are running 1 copy of Back Alley Breakline. I have not decided whether or not this is actually a keeper in this deck, but with Saltwater Swell and Golden Tipple and like Portside Exchange, just a bunch of like other things. Oh, maybe not Portside Exchange, that doesn't do a whole lot, but mainly Saltwater Swell. That's kind of the big thing that we want to do, is like if we happen to see there's a Back Alley Breakline on top, if we Saltwater Swell, we can reveal that card, it goes into our pitch zone, and then we actually get 2 action points, which is very helpful towards the end game. So might be something to look forward to there, but I haven't really decided if that's something I need to keep. We have 2 copies of Jittery Bones. It's just a great way for you to get those allies out of your hand or from the top of your deck and try to get go again. It's a blue starter as well, so we like to see that. Loot the Hold, a very strong non-attack action in this deck. Just says that the next pirate ally attack this turn gets when it hits, they discard a card. And if they do, create a gold token when it hits a hero, more specifically. So Loot the Hold is going to be a way for you to threaten cards out of your opponent's hand. So if they have a lot of tempo, Loot the Hold is certainly going to be something they're going to have to look out for. Then we have Murderous Rabble. Murderous Rabble is just our Ravenous Rabble. It's a good 0 for 3 starter. In most cases, it's 0 for 3, and it's a blue that goes into our grave for summoning allies. Portside Exchange, great way to recycle allies in your hand. You can discard an ally from your hand, draw a card, and that card that was discarded was yellow, so you get a gold token. And of course, it starts the chain. It just does a lot. We are playing Restless Bones Blue also. Again, another way to kind of have these allies be able to get more use. And just send this from your hand and then discard one of your allies or destroy the top card of your deck. And then if it's got Watery Grave, this will get go again. So the rate of a 2 for 4 with go again is not very high, but it at least is another way for you to obviously block 3 and then send some damage at your opponent. Finally, we are playing Scrub the Deck. in the main board. Scrub the deck's actually kind of fun. You destroy the top card of target hero's deck. If it's yellow, you create a gold token. You can pretty much do that for yourself. And then once you're in there, you're just kind of going, okay, cool. If you get a watery grave card, you got an ally in grave, you get a gold. If you didn't, you probably got another blue or something, right? But that's where your compass comes into play, because you can look at the top card of your deck, and then you can choose to do scrub the deck. And if it ends up being the thing, it's like if you end up having a red on top of your deck, right? And you don't want to discard it, or a blue on top of your deck that you don't want to discard, and it's a yellow instead, if you play scrub the deck, you can just choose to destroy the top of your opponent's deck instead, which is pretty good. So there is always that option. You can always choose whether or not you want to destroy your card or your opponent's card. And then we go into the sideboard here. We do have Limpet Hopalong as our sideboard ally. This is mainly into like Guardians. The cool thing about this one is that you just get to send a bunch of damage at your opponent because it'll have go again on all these things. I thought about playing like Mage Master's Boots here instead of Peg Leg, which I might consider doing. But I do think overall, just having these here as a nice way to go into Guardians for like a go wide strategy is pretty good. They're really only ever going to be able to kill one. So having that there is going to be pretty good. We have Unmovable. You have a lot of blues in the deck, so blocking 7 is going to be really easy. Blocking 8 sometimes works too. And then we have Oasis Respite. Oasis Respite is a great way for you to block out some of your opponent's effects and give you life. This is kind of more so for like the arcane level things. And then we are running 1 copy of Seafloor Salvage in case we want to possibly just get more gold from our opponents. Maybe we're playing into a hero that does a lot of graveyard recursion. Maybe we're playing into the mirror. Seafloor Salvage is going to be a great way for us to just go, okay, cool, turn that card face down, I get a gold. And it makes it work. Then we're playing AB3. That's the deck. So let's go ahead and send Gravy Bones into the Talishar queue and see exactly how he does. Before we move into gameplay, I wanted to give a shout out to my channel members for the support they provide. Each channel member is provided with their own role in our Discord server, as well as access to the Common Language Podcast livestream every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. With 3 tiers of membership, copper, silver, and gold, you can choose to support my channel in any way you wish at a reasonable price point. Supporting this channel by being a channel member helps keep the lights on, keeps your favorite content creator fed, and of course, allows for me to offer more to you all as a thank you for your continued support. There is a link in the description of this video to become a channel member, and if you choose to support the channel this way, just know that it does truly mean the world to me that you are willing to do that. Don't feel pressured though. Even just subscribing and interacting with my content helps. So thank you again to our channel members for your support, and back to the video. All right, so our opponent is a Dromai. This is going to be a very interesting game, I think. I'm very, very curious to see. Oh, awesome. Well, Wraith, thank you. Provide some good content for you. I love seeing the new players, or the players, come in and play that. I think we probably just keep what we have here. I don't think there's really too much else we can change. I gotta say, this is a cursed matchup for Gravy Bones. I know that for sure, but we will see. So let's see here. They're going first, so they already have a huge advantage. Also, Wraith sounds so familiar. I feel like I've seen that username before, but maybe I'm wrong. So effectively, I believe this is somewhat akin to my deck that I'd played. You know, there's the Yellow Billowing Mirage, the Snatches. So they pitched the Yellow Billowing Mirage. Very interesting. And now, unfortunately, we don't have any poppers in our hand. So this is for sure going to be a difficult match, I think. What I'm going to do is I have to clear dragons. It's just unfortunately what I have to do here. So we are going to do just that. I'm going to pitch. I'm going to attack this Yenderai for 1 or for 2. And discard this, draw a card. I can then send Saltwater Swell at Yenderai and then send Cuddy at face here. All right. So that's good. I think we'll go ahead and we will send Saltwater Swell at Yenderai. We did not get a blue. We could draw discard, but I'm not going to do all that. I will go ahead and just... We also didn't play a blue. That is a realization that I just had. That we did not play a blue. Now, Battalion Bark on top is actually kind of good. I will just go ahead and close the combat chain. So unfortunately, we ran into a lot of our reds really early, which is fine. We got ourselves established on a gold. We also don't want to spend too much time going like crazy with it. I think a lot of what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're just clearing dragons and keeping ourselves alive. Maybe saving some of our blues to go a little bit wider. Mirror guy. Okay. That's good for them. I do have a popper. So if they send Uvia, I'm going to, well, I'm not going to actually pop it. No, I think I just need to send, I need to send this at Uvia. I could just kill Mirror guy here, though, too. No. I could kill Mirror guy. I could also kill Uvia. Because our turn is going to be Portside Exchange, Rigor Mortis. Then we can actually, we can Avasti, we can then pitch into Rigor and Cuddy. I'm going to look at the top card of my deck here, actually. Is it a blue? It is a blue, okay. So actually what we can do instead is we can play... Let's play Rigor Mortis. Okay, I really wish I got this compass out of my... Okay, thank you. Compass out of here. I will then go ahead and I will play an Avasti. I will send Rigor Mortis at Uvia. Unfortunately, I think I probably should have played something else. Murderous Rabble was the card on top of my deck, right? So I should not draw discard. I could send this at the Ashwing. I could keep the Ashwing. I could also draw a card. Send Murderous Rabble at Ashwing. Okay, cool. I'd rather it be that than anything else. So we can't play this because we don't have any resources. So let's just end the turn. They have one Ash. So they're going to play this. It's going to swing at me probably. This is a pretty good hand, actually, to keep. Skittering Sands. It's the thing is, like, I should know the deck, too, so... I think we probably just... You just say no blocks here. That Ashwing is going to come in for us. Or that Ashwing is going to come to kill Rigor Mortis for sure. Asvolite, never mind. We're not getting any of that. Woo-wee, that's so good. Yeah, no, just target me. Yeah, just target me. It's going to die to the thing anyway, so. Bink. I will say no blocks. The Dust Up. Ashwing for 1. I'll just block 1 here. Yeah, this is a cursed matchup for Gravy for sure. But you know what? They don't have any more Ash. And I think I'm going to punish them for it. So we're going to do this, pitching this. I will get a... Let's get a Swabby in there, sure. We could also then do Murderous Rabble into Ashwing. Okay, it's a red on top. We don't like that. It's not good for us. But it was a paddle faster. Actually kind of funny. I do think I want to Gravy here. Just to get that card out of there. Now I want to look. It's a red card. Okay. Okay. Not super great for me. Let's close the combat chain. Let's go ahead and play a... Let's just play a Cuddy. And then we can... Like, I can't... I don't want to pitch into gold. That's not right. But if I pitch it, no. Yeah, we'll just send this. I guess I can ability and attack, right? Yeah. That's fine. Pay for 4. All that for 4 damage is insane to me, but it's not bad. We got some more allies in Grave. So we've got Barnacle and Swabby in there. This is also a 4 health ally, so they have to make Ash. Well, they probably just send like a Blaze Headlong of the thing, right? Like, that's not going to be that hard for them. Okay. So we could sloop them here. We also do, it's a popper. So like, we're probably just going to play it as a popper, if I were to guess. We've yet to see a Chromai. There is the Sweeping Blows at me. I think I will just give... I think I just give 3 here. Play Ender Eye. Passing Mirage? See, they're going to be on a lot of dragons. This is perfect. Popped it. All right, so our turn can be... let's pitch into gold. Draw a card. A Tipple. Not bad. Let's look at the top card of our deck. It's a yellow. We can... Interesting. What if we just YOLO'd it? I mean, let's just get it out of there, right? If we YOLO, we can't really threaten a whole lot here. Ah, it was a yellow. Oh well. I guess I might just keep the loot the hold then. Yeah. Probably wanted to activate the ability. All right, let's do this, and then we'll put this in Arsenal. Okay. Spheres of Reality. Okay, that's about right. Didn't draw another popper on the horizon in there, so that just soaked up 5 damage for us. Thank you, Cuddy Shark. I appreciate that. Let's see. What else do we have? Humble. Okay. Humble for 6. I think we just block 6. We probably don't want the paddle faster. Get rid of Rigor Mortis. No ally to be seen. So this is where we do this. We then play Swabi pitching portside. And then we just swing Swabi for 7. Give me your armor. Cool. Another popper. Scar for Scar. Pretty good. Again, we threaten less damage doing that, so. Silken form. To make an Ashwing? Ashwing for 1? I actually don't know that I care about that. I could pop it, but I don't think I'm going to. That's pretty good damage, actually. Why wouldn't you just play that first? I think we just give nothing here? No. We still block. I think we're just going to block with this, because I don't really want that in my hand anymore. Nope, wait a minute. We can't do that. We're just going to take 4. We can't do that. We just have to take damage. I might actually think this is a pretty good line here. So if we pitch here, we get rid of this. We have 1 float, 1 card in hand. We can then play Rigor Mortis and Rigor Mortis. And that threatens lethal. Keeps us with cards in our hand. I guess we could have looked at the top card to see what that was. The real question here is like, I mean, they have the Ash economy. They're probably running into their Chromize now. They have no more Uvia. They're taking the damage. Let's just send... I think it's better to send the Oyston and then kill that. Leave Sloop in Arsenal. Yeah, I think we just have to do that. I think we just have to clear. All right, no boat, but a lot of blues. So 3 at me. know why I can't look here. I think maybe we just hit with nothing. We take nothing. Or we take all the damage, I should say. Ashwing targeting that. I get a gold. Cool. And then you get to summon, yep, Kyloria. So you're going to steal a gold from me? I think there's a world I can give 2 cards here. I wish I could look at the top card of my deck right now. I want to look. I want to look. Let's see here. I think I will just go ahead and maybe... If it hits, they get a gold. So it's not like the end of the world. They don't get to draw. We'll probably just do this then. No, I need that for swells. This. You can take my gold. Because I'm going to try and kill you. Okay, blue on top. It's a fucking red. Oh, no. That's not good for me at all. It's a red. That's not good. I think we just need to send this then. So we're just going to send damage. We can play Barnacle. Actually, can we play... We can play... Oh, wait a minute. That's big for us. Actually... Dromai. Pitch. Wait a minute. That's so good. Sorry, I'm like so in the tank half the time I forget that I'm even recording a video. So, yeah, we're going to send 6, and then we're going to send 6. So if they can block all of that... I guess this will keep them with a card, right? No, we still need to threaten damage, so... Sand cover. Take 2. It's pretty good. Scar for a scar. At me. All right, well, unfortunately, that's pretty good. I'll take 2. See what they've got. If it's a Chromai, we die. If it's a Chromai, we die. I think they're looking through my grave right now. Oh, they're targeting Rigor Mortis. Okay. Dust Up. Ooh, that's really good. Oh, no. Dang it. Well, there we go. That's our turn, I guess. We are definitely... This is a lot closer of a game than I expected, but that is fine. But yeah, this is definitely our loss of a game now. I don't think there's a way that we can get around. Yeah, especially now with the Chromais. Unfortunately, that was the good call. If they had swung Kyloria into me, we would have had a turn. If they swung Kyloria into into anything else, we would have actually, I'm going to keep that card. We'll block with Swell here. And there's no way we're going to win. Yeah, Dunebreaker Centipie is a lot of damage. And I have to block 6. And then Kyloria for 4. GG. Yeah. Definitely a close game, but this is a war of attrition for sure. The fact that you don't have to pay any resources to attack with the Dromai Dragons, it is a much better matchup for Dromai into this than it is for Gravy Bones. The reason being is just because, again, you don't have to pay any resources to attack with the dragons. But with Gravy Bones, you do. So not only do you have to summon the allies, but you have to pay to attack with them in most cases. And in here, I mean, if their dragon economy stayed any less, and they weren't able to get as many resources, or what do you call it? Dash, we would have been in a better spot. But this does at least go to show that like the matchup can be close. It's not as cursed. I think, again, you just have to make the correct decisions. And because if you make the correct decisions, you're going to be a lot smarter about your game. My opponent saw that I had poppers in my deck. So because of that, they had made a decision to kill my ally instead of attacking me, which was the smart thing to do, because I was going to be able to send an amount of damage at them on my turn that would have made for a better outcome. But anywho, that is it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of the Silver Age A to Z series. Please let me know how you felt about Gravy in the comments down below. If there's anything that you would like to actually see changed about the deck, I'd love to take any kind of criticism about it. If there's anything that you've been testing that has felt better, by all means, go ahead and check it out. Otherwise, make sure to go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel as well if you have not already. And then, as always, I hope you continue to have fun in the flesh and blood. And I will see all of you beautiful Ashwings in our next installment of the Silver Age A to Z series.